Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tiffany. You guys call me Tiff, and my channel is all about beauty and lifestyle. I'm a full-time mom, wife, and esthetician. So if that sparks any of your interest, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload, which is every Friday. As for today's video, I am doing a get ready with me with a story time. If you have not seen the title already, my mom almost left me in Machu Picchu. There's a whole story behind it. My life is just filled with chaos, and when my mother is involved, it's even worse. So if you guys want to see how I got this makeup look and the story on how I almost got left in a different country, then go ahead and keep watching my video. While I do my skincare, les voy a contar about the time that my mom almost left me in Machu Picchu. Yes, left me. Knowing her, a little bit of chaos is always involved. We're in Peru at this time, and mi mama decides to plan a whole trip to Machu Picchu. She booked hotels, the itinerary is done, listo, tours are made, lined up. Like, thinking of it now, I'm like, wow, she's so organized. We landed super late that night. All I remember is just getting on the plane, landing there, and everything was super dark. There was barely any lights. We checked into this like tiny hotel, which the hotels over there are nothing like ours. Honestly, they're cuter. They feel like a home. It just felt cozy. Or even like the decor and the bed, very simple. It reminded me as if like I was visiting my abuelita's house. So once we got there, I was like, wow, this is gonna be so cute and fun. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't going to be chill. The next morning, we finally get up. I swear it's probably like 5, 6 in the morning. Our tour guide is meeting us outside, ready to go. We're gonna take a bus going towards Machu Picchu because we landed in a city outside and we had to take a bus to the actual city over there to get to Machu Picchu. It's like so many buses. I was so tired, and I just remember the bus up there. The guy that was driving the bus was teaching us some words in Quechua, and it was like a whole thing. We ended up staying 2 days there. That same day when we were taking the bus, it was already the morning. We got there early, but we did more like touristy things in that city. We went to like a cathedral. We spent a lot of time there. We had lunch there, saw a couple shops. It was like on its way up to that. Me and my mom were just having the times of our lives. Like, I always did everything with my mom, so doing this was just like a cherry on top. After that night, we finally arrived to like our hotel there in the city, and we set our stuff up. It was super cute. Like I said, it was cozy. But yeah, that night we ended up going out to dinner, and finally the next morning we were gonna prep to go see Machu Picchu. So the next day tomamos un bus hacia the Machu Picchu area. The ride itself was gorgeous. Like, we were on the short trip, so that's why we took a bus. I think there's another one where you can hike for 3 days and climb up Machu Picchu, but I was young. My mom was not about to do that. So we took a bus and we got there maybe like 30 minutes, if any. I don't really remember. This was so long ago. On our way up, I just remember like cholitas and seeing alpacas there. They were, you know, selling some stuff that they made. We took pictures with them, and honestly, todo se sentía como una película. Like, we had our tour guide that kind of taught us everything, but getting up there, they had actual people that were meant to give us the education of how people lived, what they would use, like how they would build stuff and other things like that. Obviously, we took a lot of pictures up there, but also just like walking around knowing that people actually lived there and the way that they lived was just so amazing to me and to my mom. They showed us everything. We walked around a lot. We still had to climb up a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as the 3-day one that I'm guessing. But even then, this climbing up there with the elevation and the stairs being very steep. Some people I know, they took medication because of the elevation is so different and so high up there. That whole experience up there was just magical and fun, and the vibes were good, but you definitely, like, you can feel the ancestors there. It was kind of weird. To end it all, we end up coming back down. We finally have our last dinner there because the next morning we're supposed to be heading back. We're at dinner, we're just talking, and we go back to our hotel, and we're kind of just like planning everything, making sure we have everything and whatnot. Aquí es donde se pone interesante. So my mom is just packing everything, looking through her bag, and then I can kind of see her start to panic a little bit, and I'm just like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with you? I kind of know my mom because she'll like start looking for something, keys, wallets, anything. She'll start looking and then she'll like start scrambling and just kind of like blacking out. And let me tell you, that scrambling is chaotic. When my mom goes into panic mode, she basically goes blind. She can be carrying whatever thing she's looking for in her hands, and she'll just be like, I can't find it, because she's panicking, and I don't know, she just goes blind. I'm just like, you know what, just put everything away. We'll look in the morning, because it was late. We have to catch a train tomorrow. We'll look tomorrow morning. I was a kid. I'm like, I don't fucking know. She's like, okay, like maybe yeah, I'll go to bed and then I'll sleep. I don't know, it'll magically pop up. So we finally pack everything. We wake up and my mom still can't find it. So I'm like, we should still go to the train because we need to go to the train, go to the airport, and make our flight. So we're going to the train. We get there and la señora's like, okay, dame sus pasaportes, ID, whatever. Mom's like, I don't have my daughter's passport. This is where the staff, I mean, I understand the staff, starts letting her know like, well, if you really don't have her passport, she's not going to be able to fly. They're telling my mom she has to go back to, not back to Peru, but back to a different state in Peru. We live in Lima and we had to fly back to Lima. She told my mom that she would have to fly back to Lima, go to the court over there, have the court send the US court something to send me a passport. Meanwhile, they're doing all of this. I was supposed to be still in Machu Picchu. Like, I could not leave at all. She was supposed to do that all by herself. The lady did end up letting me get on the train. I mean, we got on the train on our way, and that was probably like a 40-minute train ride. I just remember my mom being so sad and just like worried and kind of like overthinking, like, what am I supposed to do? Where I'm just kind of like, I don't care. She's kind of just like staring out the window. She's like crying. That train ride felt like forever until we started talking. It was just pure silence. My mom was not talking. She was just crying, and I was just kind of like, girl, I'll be okay. Like, I'll be fine. I wasn't too little to not know what the heck I was doing, and I was still a kid. I was maybe like a preteen. I felt like I've been alone a lot in my life, so I feel like I would have been okay. So me being a kid, like, I looked at her and I was like, Ma, like, it's voy a estar bien, like, it's okay, just go do what you need to do. My mom just like looks at me with like tears in her eyes. She's like, ¿Cómo te voy a dejar aquí? No te voy a dejar, no te voy a dejar, blah. And it's just like, stuff like this always happens. It's not even that she did something, it's just things like this always happen to us. Losing my passport, I mean, I didn't think it would happen, but I wasn't surprised that it did. In my mind, I'm just thinking like, well, what am I gonna do here? Like, maybe I'll plan some stuff. Like, what can I do while I'm here, while she's doing all that? Because that sounds like it's gonna take a really long time. Literally in that moment, I'm like, well, I might as well put some trencitas on and start selling my chisitos on the side on the stand and make some money while I'm here, because I don't know what else to do. I think I did tell her that in the moment, but she did not find that funny. So I was like, well, you're not the one being stuck here. I might as well make a joke out of it. Like I've mentioned before, usually when my mom loses stuff, she goes into panic mode. She can't find anything and like make a whole big mess trying to look for this one thing when it's right in her face. Because this was a common thing that would happen, I was always the one like telling her to slow down. Just slow down, take things out one by one. I don't care how many times you've checked, look again. But this time, slower and slow down. And usually, she finds stuff. So when this situation, we were still on the train, I was like, Ma, just revisa la mochila, but do it slowly because we had nothing else to do on that train ride. My mom starts pulling out things one by one from the backpack. We emptied out the middle big part first, and she'd take it out, I'd look at it until we emptied everything out in that section. Then she would check and I would check. The middle backpack was empty, there was no passport there. And there was another section of the backpack, same thing, take everything one by one out, and she would check, I would check, no passport there. I think after that big pocket, I was like, oh shit, creo que sí me voy a quedar aquí. But I didn't want to tell my mom that because I think she kind of felt that too, because she looked at me and like her eyes started watering even more. But I was just like, oh, shoot. There was a medium pocket left and then a small zipper pocket left. She checks a medium-sized pocket and we do the same thing. There's nothing, and all that's left is this little zipper pocket. And when I tell you, that thing was tiny. The zipper was super fucking tiny. You can add stuff vertically, but the zipper was so tiny. So I'm like, okay, now that's the last thing to check. And my mom's like, no, ¿cómo va a estar ahí? Like, it's not gonna fit in there. She's like, ya revisé esa parte, no está, no está. And she starts like freaking out on me. And I'm just like, I don't care. You have nothing else to do. Check it. And she's like, ah, okay. She's like, no va a estar ahí. Ya saqué todo de ahí. No hay nada ahí. And I'm like, girl, you can keep yelling at me, but you're still gonna check it. Again, we start doing the thing. She pulls out a pen. Then she pulls out a little notebook. And she puts her hand deeper in there. She like feels something. She pulls it out and she's like, oh! It was my passport. So my mom immediately starts bawling her eyes out. This time the felicidad though. During situations like this, maybe I'm just psychotic, or because I just start busting out laughing, if I'm being honest. I started laughing because it's just so ridiculous of all the things that happen to us. Toda esa tensión, all the stress, everything, just for this passport to be in her backpack. It's hilarious to me because stuff like this always happens to us. The ride back is obviously much calmer. My mom starts praying, you know, thanking God, y Diosito, gracias, y no sé qué. And Diosito's probably just looking at her like, for what? You created this by yourself. She's crying and hugging me. And she's like, oh my God, no puedo creer esto. I'm like, you'll see. I'm like, I absolutely can. There was something in me that just knew not to worry. And I told her, I'm like, it was just too good to be true. Like, it was too good to be such a normal vacation. And now, cada vez que hablamos de esto, we laugh about it. I'm like, I tell her that, like, if she didn't find that passport, I probably would have been converted to a full-blown cholita. She would have came back and I would have been like, I'm not leaving with my trenzas and my little cholita outfit next to my alpaca. That was my little story on how my mom almost left me in another country. En otro país. Moral of the story, always check the tiny zipper. I hope you liked my get ready with me. I did end up doing this makeup look. And that story is fun. I have so many more stories about stuff like this with my mom. I have one about like, I think the next one, I would just give a little bit of insight. We prayed to a bread. Rezamos a un pan because we thought it was Jesus. That's, I'm just leaving that there. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to hear that story time or any other story time with my mother. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow my social medias at Tiffanycherre and Cherrebeautique, and I will be back with more videos.